Hi, boys and girls. This is Lesson 16 problem set. Follow along and do the problems with me as I do them on here. Our must-do problems are numbers 1A, 1B, 1C, number 2, and number 3. And we're going to go through and do all of those together. You're going to have some extra problems here. You can do them if you want to. You don't have to right now. And we'll do those as review as well. So, we are continuing to find sums of measurements, and one way that we can do this is to try to use some mental math. We can also use the standard algorithm if you want to. I'm going to do these three problems and I'm going to show you both ways to do that. So problem 1A, I see 52 milliliters plus 68 milliliters. 52 and 68 are both very close to the next 10 or the 10 before our counting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make 68 go up to the next 10 by adding that 2 to 68. And then I would subtract it from 52. So I would have 50 milliliters plus 70 milliliters. And that is equal to 120 milliliters when I do 50 plus 70. 50 or 5 tens plus 7 tens gives me 12 tens. You can also do this with the standard algorithm if you prefer. So here we have 2 plus 8. In my mind, I like to think 8 plus 2. And when we're adding, we can do that. We can't do that when we subtract. So 2 plus 8 or 8 plus 2 is 10. So I'm going to make sure that I put my regrouped 10 over here in the tens place. And then I have 5 tens plus 6 tens plus one more 10 is 12 tens, which gives me 120 milliliters. So I get the same answer. The same idea over here, 352 and 68 again, we're using 68. I can add the 2 to the 68, so I get 70. And so I have 350 milliliters plus 70 milliliters. And again, 50 plus 70 is 120 or 12 tens. So I'm going to regroup and have 4 in my hundreds, 2 and 0. Of course, you can do the standard algorithm, 352 plus 68. 2 plus 8 is 10. 5 tens plus 6 tens plus 1 10 is 12 tens. And 300 plus 100 is 400. So again, we get the same answer. The last one, I'm going to just do the standard I'll do the standard algorithm and then a different way. So we can do 352 plus 468. Again, 2 plus 8 is 10. 5 tens, 6 tens, and one more 10 is 12 tens. Make sure you're regrouping. 300 plus 400 plus 100 is 800 milliliters. Do not forget your label. Very, very important. You could also add each place value. So 300 plus 400 is 700. 50 plus 60 is 110. That's 11 tens. And 2 plus 8 is 10. And then you could add those if you wanted to. You don't have to do it like that. You could also do it by adding the 2 here. So here again, boys and girls, even with adding, we can see there's not one way that we have to solve this. You can use the way that works for you as long as it's making sense. You show me your work and you get the right answer. Let's go on down to problem number 2, and let me read this to you. Lane makes sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is like cooked cabbage. I really like it. You might eat it on New Year's Day. You may have had that on New Year's Day. He weighs the amounts of cabbage and salt he uses. Draw and label a tape diagram to find the total weight of the cabbage and salt Lane uses. So we want to find the total, which means we're adding these together, correct? So I'm going to model the problem with the tape diagram. And I know that he has 907 grams of salt in one part, and then he has 907 grams of cabbage and 93 grams of salt. And we're going to add those together to find the total amount of cabbage and salt. We can do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to show you the standard algorithm, 907 grams plus 93 grams. 7 plus 3 is 10. 90 plus 10 is 100, or 10 tens. And 900 plus 100, 900s plus 100 more is 10 hundreds, which is 1,000. So he uses 1,000 grams. You could do it this way. I like to do it this way for mental math. 900 plus 90, adding each place value, plus 10 equals 90 plus 10 is 100, 900 plus 100 is 1,000. So you could do it that way. You could also do it this way, 907 grams plus 93 grams. You could add that 7 over here, so plus 7, and take it away from the 900. So you have 900 plus 100, and there you have 1,000 grams. So there's 3 different ways to solve the exact same problem, and they're all correct as long as you're showing me your work. Number 3, Sue bakes mini muffins for the school bake sale. After wrapping 86 muffins, she still has 58 muffins left cooling on the table. How many muffins did she bake all together? That key word right there, all together, tells us we're going to add these numbers together to find her total. It doesn't say I have to use a tape diagram, so I'm going to go right to the algorithm, 86 plus the 58 that are cooling. 6 plus 8, let me think, 14. So I write my 10, my 1, my 10 in the tens place, 4 in the ones place. 80 plus 50, or 8 tens plus 5 tens is 13 tens, plus 1 more 10 is 14 tens. So I have 144 muffins. And boys and girls, I would love if you were repeating what I'm saying. So when we say 14 tens, that means 140, and we end up with 144 muffins. You could do it this way, 86 plus 58. You could add your place values, 80 plus 50, 130. 6 plus 8 is 14, 144 muffins, and you're going to get the same answer. If you have a different way you'd like to show me, you can show me right over here in this leftover space. Good job, boys and girls.